and a bunch more.
We have the world's greatest starting over.
Oh.
Putting it in reverse.
Great practice, guys. I see them actually watching, though, still. Like, we're here.
Are they with us? Oh, we are doing it?
Well, forget it. We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
Listen, movies. We're going to tell you about some new movies that's dropping today. Plus, we have an NFL superstar and vet in the building who goes by the name of Orson Charles, and he's doing something really amazing. He's going to tell you all about it.
And we've got the world's greatest basketball. We got the world's greatest bicycle stunt. Welcome to Side Dish.
Come on. The world is yours. Sky's the limit.
You know?
Oh, man.
My
here we
headphones
are.
work best when they're plugged in.
48-hour Friday. It's here. It's here. It's
is
48-hour Friday. So thanks for sticking with us. A little rocky start. We got just a little bit of a late start today. HK, how's your day going?
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
I got a chance to work out today, which is very important.
Okay, very nice.
And because like most days, I'm trying to figure out when I'm going to get my workout in. So I woke up early, got it together, overpaid for some services at a place I like to go to. I know that it's really vague and everyone's going to fill in their own blanks.
Services, right? Yeah.
No Diddy.
No, yeah.
But now there's this place called Restore Hyper Wellness. They do these like cryotherapy and stuff like that. And I rock with them, right? And they also do these things called cryo facelifts, right? To where like if you got like bags in the eyes or whatever, they'll hit you with this cold wand for a long time. I messed up and I went and got like a not cryofacial. I got like a hydrofacial. So really, they just moisten your face for about an hour and a half and charge you an absurd amount of money.
Do you feel good? Do you feel younger? How's the skin feel?
My pockets feel lighter because that was the more expensive of the two services. And I also got like a vitamin IV drip at the same time. So I feel like, like I could race a child on foot.
Like the complexion is glowing. I can see it all over. Like
I didn't even have to moisturize my face. How's your day rocking?
Man, let's see. Okay, so I got up in time for jujitsu, but then a lot of weeks, HK and I alternate going to show up at Fox 5 Atlanta, which is Atlanta's Fox station, do a little entertainment news update. And I woke up at 4:30, and then I was like, I'm just gonna take a little nap, and then I'll do Fox 5. And then my little nap I thought would end at like 7, and then I'd go get a workout in. No, I hit snooze, and I woke up at 8, like, woof. And then, so I had to study up on basically a Puff Daddy update, and then how Pharrell isn't saying which political candidate he's for. He's trying to stay out of that.
Yeah.
And then what was the last story of the day? I don't even remember.
Beyonce and Dolly Parton, maybe?
There was Beyonce, Dolly Parton.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was Beyonce. So I did that and then came home and like some other things. And now here we are.
Well,
here we go.
Let's get to it and through it. Shout out to the soulmates, you know what I'm saying, that's rocking with us on the Fox Soul side of things, and also the Dish Nation loyalists, and also our cellmates, because there's some people watching this in prison.
Wait, I know they get Dish in prison. Did they get Side Dish in prison?
Yeah, because if they got internet access, you know what I'm saying, like I don't know like who has the phone today.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying, out of all the inmates, or like what prison libraries allow. However, people be checking in from a little bit everywhere.
If you are watching right now from incarceration, please let us know what cell, where you at, what joint you're in the comments, just for our information.
And also give us your take on like, what do you think, how do you think Diddy will fare when he makes it there? Not how he will fail, how he will fare if he actually gets locked up and incarcerated.
We like a locked up opinion, an inside thread.
Yeah, because you're truly an insider.
Truly an insider. We know you went outside. Anyhow, sorry, moving along. Okay. This came in kind of late. I saw this video last week. I hope you haven't seen it. I feel like it's the most insane bicycle stunt I've ever seen. Like, how Red Bull is always doing something crazy.
Always.
Okay, so I don't even want to set this up. I just want to show it to you. Okay,
let's let it happen.
Check it out.
Whoa. This is like real live Excite Bike.
Now, this dude is literally like, you could fall off of this and die real fast. In between one of those trailers.
So, and the train is moving.
The train is moving fast. That train's going like 40 miles an hour or something. And he's staying here. He goes. Watch this. Boom. Isn't that insane?
Yo, so at what part would you have died?
Oh, probably pretty early on.
Yeah.
I would have ditched the bike, and then I'm falling between two of the containers, and then the train is just like dicing me up. and snorting me.
Yeah, I think probably after maybe the first or second opening, I would have fell between the little two crevices, and then I would be like when a ketchup packet gets stepped on. Yeah, that's just me on the track.
Yeah,
just spread out all across the land there.
Shout out to Red Bull for finding the craziest people on the planet, and then when they're like, "Hey, I have this insane idea for a stunt," they're like, "Do it."
Yeah, how do you practice for that?
I don't know. It's like, it's one thing to practice on the ramps, right? It's another thing to go get up on a mountain and ride down a mountain like that. Those videos are scary. But like to practice doing the ramps on a moving train.
Yeah, that's high level. Yo, I want to die, and I already got like an ill insurance policy set up. So if it go left, my fam's good.
Right.
I do want to point out though that yes, that gave me instant flashbacks to when the NES system came out with Excite Bike.
Oh yeah.
And with all these new games that they have remade and remastered and came out with how come we never got a new Excite Bike for the Nintendo Switch?
Excite Bike was so dope. Do you remember where you could make your own course?
Yo, Nintendo was always ahead of the curve with the extra textures,
Yeah.
Man, I used to make crazy courses. It would just be that little like diving board thing just over and over again.
Dude, I have to send you
ramp.
I have to send you this video. I got to look it up and find it now because I know you're an Excite Bike fan. I saw this video. Like for you guys at home, if you know Excite Bike, you might remember this. It was the NES, so it's like the sound isn't that good. It's like it's very basic. And someone went in and they replaced all of the Excite Bike sounds with Arnold Schwarzenegger voice, where he's like, like, and they time it up to the bike like, everything. It's the funniest video.
Yo,
I gotta dig it.
I need to see that movie I need to see that video before the sun goes down.
Yeah.
Please and thank you. Moving on, man. There's been an epidemic that has been plaguing families and relationships across the country. A lot of men are going missing.
Oh, what?
Well, they just came out not too long ago with I think like NBA 2K, and they also came out with the new Madden as well.
Yeah.
So people are just kind of going into their man caves and just staying in there. And then you top that off with the fact that Monday Night Football is back, and Tuesday Night Football. What nights do they play football?
Almost every night. Not Wednesday, I don't think.
Yeah. So women are getting abandoned, and one stand-up individual by the name of Ask Dr. Chai on Instagram wanted to put out a PSA to just let y'all know that, hey, we got to move better. Check it out.
Hello, everybody. I just wanted to let you know that even though the NFL football season is starting, I don't care. I'd rather spend my Thursdays, Fridays, Sundays, and Mondays with my amazing family, especially my beautiful wife. She's smart. Football is dumb. Drop jersey. And to answer
Drop jersey.
the question, no, this is not forced. Smile. Family over football. So, okay.
Oh man, that's so good. That was brilliant.
Yeah, and it reminded me, like, you remember like when those hostage videos were coming out?
Oh yeah.
And you could tell like they was telling them what to say. America, you guys suck. And this is why this is happening.
I renounced my citizenship and I never want to go back. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so good. What a brilliant little video, man.
I don't think it's going to stop anybody from watching football on all those days, because if you're in, you're in. That's why I cut the umbilical cord early. I don't want no parts of it. It's too many games.
I'm the same way. I don't play games anymore because I'll get sucked into it. But my brother-in-law, sorry if you're watching, Colton, my brother-in-law takes like a weekend trip every single year with his boys to go do their fantasy draft. Like a whole weekend. He leaves, and now he's an excellent father. I want to preface this. The guy's an excellent father, but him and his boys like leave their wives. They go rent like a little lake house somewhere, and the whole weekend is dedicated to their fantasy draft.
So do them being in a huddle the way they are, does that make them make better picks because, like you sitting across from people,
I don't know.
Have you ever been a fantasy football guy?
No.
Yeah, I kind of got suckered into it when I was on this sucky job a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And there was some person I worked with who was really into fantasy football. And just by the beginner's luck, I was smoking everybody all season until about the end, and then it fell apart because I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, yeah, I I think a Viking could kill a cowboy. I'm gonna go with the Vikings this week.
That's hilarious.
That kind of vibe.
Yeah, for me, fantasy football is about like astrology. I'm like, nah, what do we?
It's the fantasy part for
Yeah,
me. Like,
the
bro,
fantasy
we're gonna
component.
pretend these
I
people.
really thought wizards were going to be making tackles. That's what I was looking for.
That's my idea of fantasy football. Shout out to Charlie Hustle. Charlie Hustle said football is family.
Hey, all right.
Yeah, for a lot of people, they are. Andrew K said, how you choosing football over cat? Well, listen, you could go to your favorite restaurant 7 days a week, and guess what? Eventually, you'll get tired of eating there. Now change that restaurant to a person.
Oh, man. Well, I feel like now's a good time for a commercial break.
Why not? When we come back, man, we got a 7-year NFL vet, real estate mogul, and all-around dope human man who's doing some really amazing things in the community. He goes by the name of Orson Charles. He's hanging out with us on Side Dish up next.
All right, y'all, welcome back to Side Dish. Sitting right next to me is a 7-year NFL vet. He is a real estate builder and developer, a philanthropist, a speaker, and an entrepreneur who's got an amazing event this weekend in Atlanta. Guys, give a good Side Dish welcome to Mr. Orson Charles. welcome.
We got to say, you're our first football player that we had on Side Dish.
Oh, let's go.
Yo, man, like the thing is, we appreciate anybody pulling up, you know, to this little thing of ours, because I almost feel like we do the show in secret, you know, with the exception of the people that's streaming live. So, man, thank you for, sharing your time with us, man.
Thank you for having me.
Cool. So, let's talk about it, man. So you are currently in the running for the Rising in Community Excellence Award.
Yeah.
That requires you doing a lot of, street level work, dealing with the people. What made you decide to be so community involved?
So it really started with my mom and my grandmother. So we're from Dominica. It's a little Virgin Island by St. Lucia's. And we used to always send clothes back because they didn't have any clothes. Because my parents didn't have, my mom didn't have any clothes, and my aunt. So we would pack up little clothes in barrels and then ship it off. And then a couple of years ago, I partnered up with Paul Kids, Latanya, and we would do hygiene, we would do deodorant, toothpaste, pencils, and notebooks, and then we'll do the barrel and ship it back. And then when I got done, I realized, hey, my life has to be more than just football. Because I had a conversation with my pastor, and it was like, hey, I believe that, hey, football was a platform for you to expand his glory and then bring people to him. So what does that look like? And it was serving. How do I serve my people? Because everything that I've been through, every gift that I have wasn't for me, it was for them. So then that's when I started doing an event called Peace, Praise, and Pilates for the single mom. I did a football camp for the kids. I call it the locker room to make sure that it feels seen, heard, reaffirmed, and then build that relationship with them. And then I had an event for the men's as well to create a safe place so they understand that they're not alone.
That's dope.
Orson, let me rewind it just a little bit. Okay, so say the name of your island again. I'm so sorry.
Dominica.
Dominica.
Yep.
Now, how do you go? Where's Dominica at?
It's by St. Lucius.
By St. Lucius.
Yep.
Okay. How do you go from an island near St. Lucius to the NFL? There's a lot that you had to do between A and B there. Tell us about that a little bit.
So I was born in East Orange, New Jersey. My grandmother had 6 kids, and she migrated everybody from Dominica to New Jersey. And then I was raised in Tampa, Florida.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was
Yeah.
So it was really my grandmother had to work her tail off just to make ends meet, and then provide the life that we was able to go.
And so tell us, I mean, I can only imagine, like, that's a lot of moving around.
It is.
That's a big family component there. And then on that day where you do get drafted into the NFL, what was that like? Tell us all about it.
Yeah, so the day that I got drafted was really bittersweet. And the bitter part was because I was supposed to go first round, but I ended up getting in trouble with the law, and I dropped all the way to the 4th round, pick 116. And the reason why I say that is because I want to make sure that I tell all the kids, hey, you're one decision away from your lifetime goal. Don't mess it up.
There we
you
go.
really don't understand that. But then also, don't live in the past. Don't think that what you've done in the past is going to dictate your future so you can overcome it.
Sure.
So it was bittersweet. I was able to bring my mom to our first playoff game.
Oh, wow.
We played Houston, and then I got drafted by Cincinnati. So I was around like 6 other Georgia guys, AJ Green, Geno Atkins, Clint Boland, Sean Williams, Robert Gathers. So they really took me under their wing to show me, hey, this is not college. This is how it's supposed to be. This is what you're supposed to do.
Word. Now, and you can't tell because he's sitting on the couch, but you're also basketball tall.
No, they can tell. Cut to that angle. Cut to the angle where you see all 3 of them. I saw him sit down on this couch, and I was like, great. I look like a kid now.
Oh, no, Orson looks like he's
doctor.
This week on Wednesday's Child, we got but so like, what was it about football that pulled you in more than any other sport? Because it seems like you have like such a cruiserweight physique that you could have excelled at anything. Except hockey. We don't do well in hockey.
Thank you. So really what got me into football was because I was tired of doing chores. So from the island culture, you have to wash the dishes, you have to vacuum, you have to fold the clothes, you got to do laundry. So I was like, look, I need to get out the house. So we lived next to a recreational park with the Brandon Broncos. So I actually started playing football when I was 12. So I used to go out there so I can run away from my chores, but then I was always angry because I didn't have my father. I didn't know him. So I really poured that anger towards football, and I was like, oh, I can hit you, not get in trouble. Sign me up for it. So from there, I just started putting in the extra work, and then I realized that was a thing for me.
That's amazing. And also kudos to you, Orson, for finding and creating that opportunity. Those things just aren't given out. Not everybody gets that. And so like, kudos to you for creating that. This weekend, and I think we have the flyer for it. This weekend, you've got the Orson Charles Family Foundation presents A Day in the Life of an NFL Player. That's this Saturday here in Atlanta. Tell us what's going on in this day.
So I'm definitely excited about this because every time I go to these camps, every time I go to these schools to talk to the kids, they were like, hey, I want to play in the NFL. I want to play in the NFL. And I'm like, do you really understand what it takes? Because it's 90% mental and 10% physical.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. So I created this event so they can really experience a 2-a-day. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna feed them Chick-fil-A. We end up getting Chick-fil-A sponsor and to give them some breakfast. Then I'm gonna hand them a notebook. I'm gonna say, hey, how do you feel? Because I don't know what you've been through, and I don't even know if anybody ever asked you that question. So how do you feel? And in our book, I call it the playbook. I want you to fill out 3 lines and then express that. And then I'm gonna have my pastor come in and speak. All my guys, all my leaders. I got like 10 NFL former guys come in and then sharing their testimony. My pastor going to do his deal, and then we're going to break out into small groups, and I'm going to have all my leaders go to each group and then have all the kids stand up and express how they feel. So now I'm showing them, hey, how do you communicate? How do you tap into your emotion to express it instead of bottling it up? Then after that, we're going to go in the field. We're going to do like a walkthrough simulation and then do some drills to warm them up, and then install like a couple of plays to let them know, hey, this is walkthrough. Then we go back inside, and then we have little meetings, and then we're going to go back outside and perform at full speed. So then when we come back inside, then we'll have a breakout session with Truist Bank, Vern Gwynn. He's a VP at Truist, and he sits on my board, and he's going to teach them financial literacy, having those conversations that we should have at the dinner table that we don't have. And we were talking about that earlier. And then a brother in my church is a marshal, so bridging that gap between the black and brown kid and the police force. And then my boy is so cold, I play with him in New Orleans. He's going to do a mindfulness, breathing.
breath work and all that.
Yeah,
That stuff
sit
is
down with
so
your thoughts.
important.
Yeah. So when he get done with that, then my other teammate, former teammate Isaiah Johnson, gonna do a poem, a poet, and then we're gonna go out there. Hey, the plays that we installed earlier, can you perform it? After all these minutes, can you perform it? And then let's correct it, and then just go ahead and have fun.
Like pads? Or are we talking about like flag football style?
Yeah. We're gonna do flag.
Cool. You know, when those lawsuits coming back, like, my son's kid, you got rearranged, you got hit too hard.
What's the? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, in the overall space, when you talk about like things that you need to know about even getting into the game. A lot of times people, see that big dollar sign that they get, once they get signed, they want to get all these things. Like, did you fall into that pattern of just like outlandish purchases your first year once the money started rolling?
Not at all. Because you hear so many, you hear so many of those stories that a lot of guys, go broke after 3 years. And I wanted to beat the odds. I didn't want to beat the statistics. And I carried myself all through college. Like even in college and high school, I was sitting in front of the class. Like you're not gonna label me as that dumb jock. No. So I'm gonna educate myself on that. So when I got my first contract and they deposited that money into my bank account, I bought my mom a house.
There you go.
Because we was living from apartment to apartment. I was like, no, I want you to be able to plant because we're from the island, so we like to grow our own food. No, I want to go ahead and bless you for that because you sacrificed so much for me and my brother.
Well, it's twofold too. It's like it's giving that to your mother, but then it's also like the smartest investment you can make.
1,000%.
On the flip side of it. Talking about NFL players in particular, what's the term? I believe it's like helmet head or something like that.
CTE?
Yeah. No, not CTE, but helmet head versus like NBA players or other sports where your face is always exposed. People know who you are when you're walking around versus like sometimes you see people say that in NFL culture, guys will spend more to show you so that you know who they are when they see you on the street versus like we could just ID most basketball, soccer, baseball players like that there's a need to like get outside of the helmet for visibility in a strange way. I wanted to circle back around real quick to this family foundation. How long have you been doing this?
So it started way before me. So my grandma did it, my mom did it, and then I really became established in 2020.
Okay, so since you've been doing it, is there like a standout story or like a particular student who that you've made an impact on their life in particular, or some story that's come back to you as a result of this?
So it's multiple stories. So yes, there's that one kid that was like, hey, you gave me hope. Now I have more sense of awareness. And now like I thought I was going down the right path, but that you made me realize that I wasn't. But then my heart goes out to the single moms. Like I did a peace praise and Pilates, and a lot of these ladies came back and was like, thank you for giving me hope. Because it wasn't me talking. I brought my mom, flew my mom down for her to share her testimony. Then I had like 4 other single moms that was thriving to let them know like, hey, you don't have to be victim of your surrounding. Like you can do it. Just go ahead and build that community up and then go ahead and attack it.
Indeed. Now, all good things do eventually come to an end, right? And when you were no longer in the NFL and now you're trying to think about what to do next, was there like a period of, I don't know, like just silence that you had to sit in and try to figure it out? Because, you work all your life to get to this one point. You do the thing, played for some amazing teams, people loving you in the chat. They're like, yo, I remember seeing them. So then what happened? Like, what did you already know what your next act was going to be or your next plan was going to be post the NFL?
So I thought I did. So they do so much to prepare us for the NFL, but they don't do anything to prepare us life after ball. So I went to therapy for like 30 days to just sit with myself to figure out, Orson, who are you? What do you like doing? What are you here to do? What is your purpose? What is your assignment? And then I started to realize that's when the nonprofit came. Hey, I want to go serve, because that's the fastest way for you to understand your grace and why you're here on this earth. So as I was serving, I realized, hey, I want to build. And then that's when I got into construction, because I used to work for my uncle. He owned his construction company, and I would go work for him when I was 12, getting $10 an hour. That was a lot of money, but then it was just seeing raw dirt. And then at the end of the day, like 6 p.m., it's a whole house. And you can touch that and say, hey, I did that. So then I went to Georgia for it. And then I was like, hey, it was all that from there. But anything I could tell to any of my guys, I'm like, hey, go get therapy. Like sit there and go get therapy, but then clap yourself on the back. Like you did something that only 1% of the world was able to do. Live in that, like own that. True.
I'm glad therapy's being normalized a lot more in the last 5 to 10 years than it has been before. Like, oh, he's in therapy, he must be crazy. Like that's great. Like, was it hard for you to take that step towards therapy?
So at first it was. So my mom took me to a therapist when I was younger, and he just asked me that same question I asked to the kids at full circle. He was like, hey, how are you? And I just didn't like it for some reason, but I was just so angry because my father wasn't there. And then fast forward, I realized, hey, I was bottling up so much, I just needed to release. I just needed to like exhale and just be like, hey, let's pinpoint that thought. Hey, why do we feel like this? Hey, how do we come out of it? So after, talking to my therapist for like 4 years, Dominic, very great. I love how he like bring things together. Like I'm at peace. I have joy.
I see it in your eyes, man.
Thank you.
It's very seldom that you see people genuinely happy, especially men, because we carry a lot, man. There's so much pressure, and then even being a black man in America with everything that's going on, and like the price of everything doubled in the last 3 years. It's crazy to be a living human right now, and for you to take time out of your schedule to continually give back, man. Like, yo, I'm sure God is pleased. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, going back, you talked, you mentioned your father a couple of times. Now, sometimes when people get on that big public stage, all of a sudden people come out the woodworks. Did he ever reveal himself?
He did not.
Never, still?
He did not.
No?
So I actually have a PI right now looking for him, and I just want to talk to him and just tell him I forgive you. I have no anger towards you. I forgive you.
Do you have any clues that are pointing you in any direction as to
we
where
just
started?
So this is my 5th one. So we're just starting that process now.
That's amazing, man. Charles, that's so amazing. What a journey. What a journey you had. And I hope you write it down. I hope you because what you're doing is like right now you're reaching out to the community and touching these kids sort of one by one. But it's like that story that you've come full circle around to the point where you're trying to find this guy. It shows so much growth, and I feel like there's a book in there. Eventually, one of these days. I don't know. That'd be my 6 cents, my 2 cents. It's not worth that, but I'm like, dude, that's an amazing story, and people need to hear it. Can we get the flyer up again? And for anyone who might be watching and they want to find out more information, where should they go? How do they reach out? What do they do?
Yeah, so they can go on my Instagram, O__Charles. It's I posted on my post, and then you can go to www.orsoncharles.com.
And I see that it says free registration by September 18th. Today's the 19th. So what we doing?
So I just talked to my team, Hazelview Media, and they said that you can sign up. We have a waiting list just in case anybody falls out.
Got it.
Okay. Y'all need to get on that. We need to get on that. And the website one more time for people to find out everything that's going on.
www.orsoncharles.com.
Yo, man, Orson Charles, thank you so much for pulling up,
thank
man.
you for having me. Thank you for having
who gets to play you in the movie? Have you thought about that?
No.
So I'm seeing a little interest.
Well, there's that, but also what you don't know is that HK and I are film enthusiasts, and we regularly pitch movies on this show. So now we have your life rights that you told the two of us. Now we're the guys. I'm sorry, everyone. HK and I now get to make this movie.
Yeah, we already DM'd.
You signed that contract, right?
We DMing Idris right now. We're working on somebody to play younger you. I don't know who that would be, though. I don't know who the young kids are anymore. It's probably for the best. So there was a video that our producer Kim threw in here, right? And it was about a hazing situation where Chicago Bears rookie QB Austin Reed sang Keisha Cole's Love video. Did you have to go through any weird, like your first time rookie, man, we gonna make Austin do something wild. Did you have to go through any of that?
So they attempt, and I just told my coach, and I'm not doing that. Like, you are no bigger or different than me. You get paid just like I do. So if you want me to go do something, you go do it. I wouldn't recommend a lot of rookies doing that. But no, I mean, I stood 10 toes down, and I had my boys with me from GA. So they were backing me up.
My man had a posse. Let's run that video of QB Austin Reed doing his thing. Let us know if he passed the test or not. Do you have earbuds? Oh, yeah.
Wow. But the guys are feeling it. It seems like they're singing along. Amazing. Orson, that could have been you. We could have had the track of you singing the song.
Nah, they didn't pay me to sing. They paid me to go hit and catch.
Right. Could he perform at Peace, Power, and Pilates?
Not at all.
Oh, that's so amazing.
You know, it takes hard to do everything in this world today, man. And you got a lot of it, man. Thank you so much for sharing your talents and gifts. Are you in a rush? Are you hanging out with us? What's going on? I don't know.
Oh, I got another meeting.
We gotta let him go. Orson Charles, God bless you,
guys.
man.
Thank you.
Keep doing your thing.
Go to orsoncharles.com. There's all the info is there. You've got the event this Saturday. Again, thank you so much for stopping by Side Dish. Our doors are open for you. Let us know what we can ever do to help you in the future. Coming up, we've got the Toy Hall of Fame and Saturday Night Live's 50th anniversary. Side Dish is coming back in just a couple minutes.
How's hip hop?
All right, welcome back to Side Dish. All right, I'm gonna make this real personal. I'm gonna make this real personal right now for a minute. Justin Harris, we see you in the chat. Tell us why you got fired from that job that you don't want to talk about. We're trying to get people's fired stories out here, folks.
Yeah, we'll leave the company name out of it. But like, your story just seems very interesting, and maybe we can produce it and make it a Tubi film.
Yeah, it could be a Tubi movie. Also, this is not a YouTube show picking on one of its commenters. By the way, that's not a thing we're doing.
No, we love each and every one of you.
We love all of you so much. It's your chance to inspire and give others hope.
Indeed. I can't wait till we get to the point in a few months to where maybe we could do like, oh, it's a Side Dish brunch. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that'd be so dope.
Yeah, people pull up on us.
Side Dish live? Because we're already live.
I would love that. Yeah, like live in your face.
Live. Okay, cool. All right, so this is a thing that I just saw this morning. I think it's so interesting. Are you guys aware that there's a Toy Hall of Fame?
Sounds about right.
These are the toys up for Hall of Fame this year. These are the finalists for this year. We're looking at Transformers, trampolines, sequence balloons, RC cars. All of those you see right there are up for voting into the Toy Hall of Fame this year.
Who beat these things before?
So they've already put 84 toys into the Toy Hall of Fame. I didn't even know this was a thing until recently.
Did you have to be a toy for 30 years prior or 40? Like, was there like
an old toy?
Yeah, to be mentioned.
So there's a whole website. If you want to vote in the Toy Hall of Fame, you go to museumofplay.org. There are already 84 toys in the Toy Hall of Fame. I'm talking about things like Cabbage Patch Kids. There we go. My Little Ponies, baseball cards, Nerf, Barbie, Light Bright, He-Man, Dominoes, hula hoops, Pokemon playing cards. All of these are the trampoline. These are the ones that are up for vote right now. And so I just want to ask you guys, like, what's in your Toy Hall of Fame?
Transformers off top. I want to push anyone off of a jungle gym or trampoline that got Light Bright into the Toy Hall of Fame before Transformers.
Hold up, Transformers though. Transformers rocked in what, 83, 84?
84.
Now, when did Light Bright hit?
I started seeing the commercials around that same
But
time.
that's probably about the time you started like remembering commercials.
But you know what though? People still talk about Transformers. When's the last time you had a spirited light bright conversation?
Hold up, let me get on Amazon, order 2 Light Brights right now, and we'll have ourselves a blast on Light Bright.
Now, Cabbage Patch Kids is near and dear to my heart because like my cousin's dad used to get arrested a lot for stealing them for his kids.
Really?
Yeah, like when they first came out, they were really hard to get, but he was a really good thief. So he would go to this one department store. I think it was Alexander's or something. It was in Brooklyn. And yeah, like he got arrested quite a few times for trying to steal the Cabbage Patch Kids. They used to just catch on fire for some reason.
What?
Too.
Catch on fire?
Yeah, like the first couple of years, there was something that was in the legs that was very flammable.
Zanya C in the comments says Rock'em Sock'em Robots. That's a freaking classic for sure.
OG recipe, yeah.
What happened to Dancerella and that baby that away? What is that?
You must be from out the country.
Dancerella? My husband still has his Transformers. Oh, and Yvette Sales 3 says, I want to hear Justin's story too now. LOL. Just gonna toss that out there. Oh, he said he sent the video. We're gonna find it.
Okay, we go check
Care
it.
Bears, Cabbage Patch,
Care Bears
Yu-Gi-Oh
is solid.
cards or Beyblades. Okay,
Yu-Gi-Oh
those are
gonna be in there.
recent. Yu-Gi-Oh and Beyblade.
I mean, but when you think they feel recent, bro.
No.
But and I can't regurgitate the date because when I used to work at Target
Yeah.
in the 90s,
Yeah.
we had Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Really?
So Yu-Gi-Oh cards are at least 25 to 30 years old, man.
I just don't remember them from my childhood.
How did Horse on the Stick not be like a first rounder?
Yo, the fact that's about like Round Rock. Like that's one of the oldest toys in the game. Horse on a Stick. Come on now.
I feel like they was nominated the same year as Slinky,
Yeah.
you know, and Jax.
This is what happened. Horse on a Stick got robbed in the first couple rounds, and then everyone who used to play with one died. And so now nobody's playing with Horse on a Stick anymore.
Horse on the Stick is going to be the Susan Lucci of the Toy Hall of Fame. It's going to get nominated mad years and not win because you ain't. Horse on a Stick ain't beating none of the stuff you mentioned. My Little Pony,
No.
a stick pony versus My Little Pony.
Yeah, come
no.
on.
Remote control
Pony versus
vehicles
My Little Pony
versus
It ain't
a
happening.
stick pony. A trampoline versus a stick pony. Now, have you seen the new horses? Like, so it came out a couple years ago.
Oh, wait. Are you talking about the ones that the girls in Sweden are like running around on?
Nah, it's like, so it's a horse, but it has the, you know, those things that everybody was breaking their necks on, those like little hover pads.
Oh, yeah.
So this hover pad, a hover pad is at the bottom for its feet. So you sit on the horse and you turn it, and then like, yeah,
A horse scooter of sorts?
it's like a horse scooter propelled by a hover pad.
That's interesting.
Yeah, a hoverboard. There you go.
Hoverboards?
Yeah,
That's
like,
wild.
Bought 2 of them.
We got votes for yo-yos, spinning tops, glowworm. Dude, the glowworm's old school.
Yo, man, only thing that was keeping him from being ultra great was having a cartoon.
Operations in here. I've always thought that we need to update the operation game, and what you do is you like put a little cable on your finger. So that instead of it just making a meh and like whatever noise, it's like, no, you got some skin in the game.
Yo, like the same way they have adult-sized Jenga.
Yeah.
I would love to see an
Adult-sized
adult-sized operation where like you just prop it up against the wall. Y'all take some shots and then operate on people. You know,
Dude.
like real doctors.
HK, that's the best idea. I want you to know, like now oh my gosh, like an operation game this big and with like a little heart, but the little metal thing. And why isn't there like a 6-foot tall operation game?
Probably the packaging. It's gonna take a lot of space in the thing, but they should do that. Yo, I thought it was always creepy when they would, you know how like sometimes they'll be like, oh, it's Monopoly, but it's Star Wars Monopoly.
Yeah.
Yo, they used to do like crossovers with Operation, and one time they had like ET Operation, they had like Yoda opera.
That's weird.
It just felt sad. It was like, oh man, what happened to ET while we operating on him?
Yeah, why are we trying to save ET?
We took his heart out. He gone.
Yeah, we almost put him in the dirt once. Dang.
Oh man, Dale Cross said creepy crawlers. I remember. I don't remember much about them. I just remember the commercial. Creepy crawlers.
Well, that's when there was the Easy Bake Oven for girls, right? That was the thing.
Yeah.
And then they were like, how can we repackage this and sell it to boys? And they were like making monsters and making bugs.
Absolutely. Remember Snoopy Snow Cone Machine?
Yeah.
I hope that's in there because it definitely deserves it.
Yo, Snoopy Snow Cone Machine is like a first year. That's a first round draft pick, whatever year it became eligible.
Yo, somebody said G.I. Joe, which I would like to think is already in that Hall of Fame.
It's gotta be.
Because it's G.I. Joe. They used to be a tall doll. That used to be like Barbie's dude for a while. Man.
They make giant Jenga and giant Connect 4, so they might work out a giant operation game. Shh, don't tell anybody. we might have to do this in-house.
I mean, like, what if though? What if, because you know, the operation company is gonna go right. Milton and Bradley.
Yeah, Milton and Bradley.
They're gonna jerk us.
Guys.
But what if, right? You know, the same way they be making them like the animatronic dolls. Like, what if we get like a dummy size one, and then like, but it's like real.
What if we? Okay, there's that. But what if we did like, BB take this L, and like it's an operation game. But like what you're trying to do is like remove, oh, this is messed up. Remove implants or BBLs or like, or put the fat back where it goes. It's like messed up adult operation.
I am going to call, what's that one singer?
Which one singer?
I'm gonna let y'all say it in the chat. I think if we get that one singer who had a bunch of stuff removed, and I think y'all know who we're talking about, to be the model for that.
Oh.
Her name escapes me, but it's probably because God wants her name to escape me, and she wants y'all to say it. I'm waiting for y'all. Not Black China, but she would be good too.
Yeah.
She would be good too. It was a singer. Yes. Thank you, Living Goddess, K. Michelle.
Oh, she already knew.
And K. Michelle is a big advocate of like, hey man, don't botch your body. Don't be like me. And can we work out a deal?
Hey, also, Tish TB says, HK and Tanner, let me know when you're open to investors for your creative idea company. I'm in. Yo, HK, like, screw this show. What are we doing?
Yo, man, like, we could be the new Milton and Bradley. You know what I mean? Like, we here for it, man.
HK and T-Tom, we got this.
Yo, well, thank y'all for y'all faith in our ideas. We appreciate y'all, because we have faith in y'all as well.
Yeah.
You know, Saturday Night Live season 50 premieres September 28th. Season 50, that is wild.
50.
I tried to watch like some of the earlier episodes of Saturday Night Live. Some of it aged well.
It's interesting, dude. So my introduction to Saturday Night Live was like, I was a kid, and then I came across like all the best of VHS tapes. And so it'd be like the best of Dan Aykroyd or the best of Chevy Chase or whatever. And so I got into it watching the best of tapes. And then I started watching it as like a regular teenager. And that was it for me. Like I just knew I was going to be on Saturday Night Live. I was like the kid in high school doing like plays and comedy skits and did a lot of that. And then improv and whatnot. And so like I was into it for a very long time.
Yo, I love SNL too. And I watched the old episodes, the rerun. There's even like a SNL channel on Pluto TV that you can watch endlessly, right? And I want to be on SNL, but not as a regular cast member, because I heard that's a very stressful environment to be
evidently
in.
It's a nightmare almost.
Yeah, I need to be 70% more popping so I could eventually be like a one weekend host.
Yeah.
And possibly musical guest. Microdose out now.
There it
but
is.
Yo, for the 50th premiere, they got host Gene Smart. Who is that? Can you Google that for us real quick, Kim? And they also have musical guest Jelly Roll.
Of course, we know Jelly Roll.
I know him and the food. And the lineup for the 4 following shows are pretty dope too. You got comedian Nate Bargatze and Coldplay.
Nate Bargatze's pretty funny. He did a really hilarious skit about like how disappointed George Washington would be in America right now, or like the things that George Washington actually wanted. It's a really hilarious skit. Then coming up on October 12th, they've got Ariana Grande, and Stevie Nicks is going to be on the show for the first time since 1983.
Did she get banned?
I don't know.
Oh, word.
Probably not banned.
They got Michael Keaton and Billie Eilish popping up on October 19th. That's going to be dope.
An episode right there. And then November 2nd, John Mulaney and musical guest Chappell Roan. They're coming out guns blazing.
Yo, sipping tea with Steph. Like, come on, HK, you don't know Gene Smart? I don't.
So they're saying if we saw a picture, we would know. Oh, she was in Frasier? Okay, cool.
Okay, they said she was in Frasier and Watchmen and Watchmen.
Watchmen? She was in
I didn't watch
the
Designing
TV show
Women.
The Watchmen or the movie The Watchmen? The HBO TV show.
Okay, well, I definitely have seen her.
Okay, cool.
There's
I'm
that.
sure we recognize her.
Okay, congratulations, Gene Smart, for being in the game for a long time.
Hey, I know this is a little like untraditional, but we're running just a little tight on time overall. So I'm just gonna toss us to a quick commercial break. We're gonna regather, and then we got more side dish coming up after the break.
Welcome back to Side Dish. Listen, there's a lot of people celebrating birthdays today. We want to know who you're going to give the cake to straight out the gate. We got Jimmy Fallon, who's 50 years old.
Golly, Jimmy Fallon's 50. And then this was a hard one here for us because we loved her so much. Happy heavenly birthday to Erica Ash.
Great human being. Also, big happy birthday shout out to the homie Sanaa Lathan, who turns 53 today, who doesn't look an age over 33.
Then we got Skepta. He's a rapper in the UK, 42.
He was giving that Skepta the lady who sings Adele.
Oh, wait, Skepta and Adele was a thing?
Yeah, for a second. Remember when she was like rocking cornrows and going to Jamaican parties? Yeah. Yeah, man. Lord of mercy.
When everyone was like, is that Katy Perry? But it was actually Adele.
It was
Remember
Adele,
that?
yo. Supreme. Like, yo, good D will change your religion as well as how you do your hair. So, yo, all my swordsmen out there, keep doing your work.
Keep slaying, brother.
Sabrina Claudio, 28 years old, man. Happy birthday to her.
And then we've got Twiggy, who's former model back in the 60s, America's Next Top Model host, 75.
Okay.
75.
Who y'all giving the cake to in the chat?
Yeah.
Who you giving it to, Tanner?
Man, it's so hard. I was just talking about Saturday Night Live, and like Jimmy Fallon was the guy that I like wanted to be. So like, I don't know. I guess in this list, I got to give it to Jimmy Fallon. Still holding it down, still doing the thing.
Okay, a lot of people in the chat are giving it to Erica and Sanaa Lathan.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna have to do like a little cupcake.
Okay.
For both. You know what I mean? Happy heavenly birthday to Erica Ash, who was like, not only an amazing human being, but she used to do Dish Nation so many times. She would fill in for people.
She was the best.
Man, it's just such a ball of light every time she walked in the room. It makes me sad even talking about it. I don't want to get emotional.
Yeah.
And Sanaa Lathan is the homie, so big happy birthday shout out to her as well. And she's getting that cake.
Getting that cake. All right, we're going to move on to some movies that are coming out this weekend. We got some flick picks. Do you want to start this one off? Because I know you saw Transformers.
Okay, so Transformers 1, I know we mentioned it last week. It was a limited release last weekend when it came out. It's out everywhere. You need to go see it. It's so damn good. All the voice acting, phenomenal. I didn't think Brian Tyree Henry was going to be a good Megatron. He was great. Steve Buscemi, amazing as Starscream. Chris Hemsworth did his thing as Optimus Prime, a.k.a. Orion Pax. And Scarlett Johansson was Alita 1, and no one has anything to judge off of that because she just wasn't prominently featured in the cartoons like that. So no one has like a template to go off.
Yeah, no one's got anything to go on that.
Like, you don't sound like Alita 1. Like, what's she sound like?
Make the voice.
Yeah, do it.
Make that voice then.
And also this week, Halle Berry's back, and she's her kids are in trouble.
Wait, is that this one? Never Let Go?
Yeah.
Is this the Bad Wig movie?
This is the Bad Wig movie. But to me, I couldn't tell. I needed a woman to tell me that this wig was bad. Check this trailer out.
Y'all ready?
Never let go. Never let go. Never let go.
Let go. Life's been hard on you boys since the world ended. But remember, one touch without a rope on is all it takes. Remind the house what we deserve is protection.
Oh, blessed house of ancient wood, shelter to the pure and good.
Will keep you bright and never wrong. Heaven is here within our home.
Did it touch you?
Say it.
Oh, blessed house of ancient wood, shelter to the pure and good. Will keep you bright and never wrong. Heaven is here within our home. Say it! Keep you bright and never wrong.
Creepy as hell.
It was creepy as hell.
Did you see it?
I did.
Out of 10, what do you give it?
I give it a 7.
A 7. Okay.
I give it a 7 because of the way I felt at the end.
Oh.
But you know who stole the movie?
One of those kids?
The kids. Both of those kids. They
Yeah.
were so good. And I hope they be in a gang of movies after this. I mean, Halle Berry did a thing. I just hate seeing her not prettied up. You know what I mean? And maybe, that was a wig. I see it now. I can't unsee it.
Okay, then we've got this thing called The Substance that's coming out. Elizabeth Sparkle, she's renowned for her aerobics shows. She faces a devastating blow on her 50th birthday as her boss fires her. And then she can take this substance, which transforms her. Like, let's check out the trailer for this.
Sounds like it's about cocaine.
Yeah.
Have you ever dreamt of a better version of yourself? Younger, more beautiful, more perfect.
Satisfaction.
Is that how that song goes?
It sounds like it.
This cinematography is
This
crazy.
is okay. See, that's the thing is the cinematography is really selling me on this, and you know, I like aerobics shows.
Should always smile.
Oh! I'm gonna have to see this.
All right.
Yes.
You had me at dark. Oh, and funny?
Wait, that's the girl from. Wait, what do I know her from? She's the mother in the show. She's the single mother. What's her name? Margaret Crowley? Maybe? I
Margaret
don't
Crowley
know.
is in this. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, she is in that. So yeah, that might be who you was thinking about.
That's going to be a ticket for me. I want to see that. We don't have to roll it. Well, we can start to roll the trailer for it if we can do it like quiet. The Matrix, it's been 25 years, dude, since The Matrix came out. That movie came out. If you weren't like a teenager or in your early 20s when that movie came out, it's hard to overstate how much of a banger it was.
It had a huge impact, and I like how, like, if you saw it originally when it first came out, the movie had a blue hue, and then by the second movie, when they realized what they were doing, they went and retinted it green.
Yeah.
It's only in theaters for a very limited run. It's like tonight,
oh wow,
tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday.
That short, huh?
Yeah, and very limited run. So if you want to see The Matrix on a big screen, you know, there's your opportunity to do that. On your small screen, things you can watch in the house, you got the series premiere of The Penguin on HBO Max. And
is that the one with Colin
Farrell?
Colin Farrell, yeah. So we're getting a quick toss that we need to go ahead and toss to break, but we've got that, and then we got Agatha All Along coming back, which has been a huge hit. I'm definitely going to check that one out as well.
Yeah, so it's a sequel to WandaVision. I started watching the first episode yesterday. There's 2 episodes out right now. Pretty damn good.
Very cool.
I cannot wait to watch it with like my eyes wide open.
Got it.
I dozed off in the last 20 minutes, and it had nothing to do with the show. It just had everything to do with the life I lead.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
If it isn't the results of my choices.
Yes,
back to
yes.
visit. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial, and we'll be back in just a couple minutes.
Breaker and second punch.
What's up? Welcome back to Side Dish. All right, we're just going to jump right into Whose Cousin Is It? You already know how it goes. Here we go. Okay, a 33-year-old man broke into a luxury Corvette in a parking garage in Miami on Tuesday, but he couldn't start the car or get out. Okay, so this particular model has a security feature where none of the electronics work for you, and this includes the doors, even though there's a manual door release, and he couldn't figure that out. So the owner gets back to his car, and this dude is stuck inside of it. He started filming him with his camera and asked him what he was doing. The burglar asked the man if he could help him out, and the owner was like, "Hell nah, we're calling the cops." And the guy was like, "For what?" And so anyhow, the police came. He was facing 1 count of burglary of an unoccupied vehicle. His bond set at $2,500. Whose cousin do we think this was?
Oh, man. So they're already going for it. Oh, Lakers in 5 said HK's cousin. Kim Peterson said HK's cousin. Man, listen. Oh, thank you so much for the outfit compliment.
Yeah.
And someone also asked us earlier if we seen Beetlejuice. Saw it.
Loved it.
Loved it.
It's Florida, Tanner, trying to say it's cousin. I understand you.
Yo, do you realize how many, like, even if you thought it was my cousin, do you realize how many variants of my cousin live in Miami?
Oh,
there are Haitians, there are Jamaicans, there are Kenyans, Nigerians, and Africans. They all subscribe to the other side.
All right, we got a bunch of stuff in here. I'm just going to jump to it because we got a little, just a quick surprise I want to do.
Okay.
Are we ready to it? Are you ready to move that van? Whose cousin? Oh!
Nobody said other.
Rabindranath. Ravesh.
Yes, Ravesh.
That's
yes.
other cousin, right?
Definitely other. Only person who was talking that other talk was Dale Cross. He said other, maybe a Cuban. Not
Other maybe
quite.
Cuban. That's totally possible.
Yeah.
All right. I got to walk around here.
All right, cool.
You mentioned something earlier, like you got Mikrodose coming out, and like sometimes I don't think you promote your stuff enough.
I don't.
And so I wanted to come on here because I ordered the album. I ordered the album and I got it in the mail, and I wanted everybody who watches Side Dish to see it and know that they can order it right now. Don't be looking up my address. Here it is. Okay, now I got it out. I'm not trying to like. The box is packed so tight. And I brought a marker because I want you to sign it for me.
I totally, man.
I want the first autographed vinyl Mikrodose. Look at this right here, guys. You can get HK's album Mikrodose. You have limited copies of these.
I only
right?
pressed 100 vinyls, 100 cassettes. If you go to headkrack.com, HEADKRACK, you can order it directly from there. But first of all, I want to thank you so much for even ordering it.
Yeah.
And I felt weird about mailing it to you because I knew I could just bring it here. But I'm like, you paid for the shipping though. So
well, that's the thing. Is like I was gonna order it one way or the other, but then I thought, is there a world in which he doesn't know that it, like, I didn't know if someone else was handling shipping.
Oh no, I am so hands-on with my operation that I am mailing the packages myself. I am like signing, in serial killer handwriting my, the names on the thing. So man, I appreciate your support. And if you haven't got a chance to take the project for a spin, whether it's on Spotify, iTunes, or whatever, do it. Take it with you to the gym. I think you'll enjoy it. I think it'll get you through your workout. But to have a physical copy, just in case they decide in a year or two from now I can't say the things I'm saying, you'll have it.
Well, and my whole thing is like, I'm a I'm a really big believer in like supporting artists that you like, support your friends with their projects, whatever that may be. And so my whole thing is like, I can stream it on like Tidal and different stuff like that. And that's one thing, but it's a whole other to buy a physical unit from an artist that you're supporting. And so that's what I'm saying to you guys, like, buy HK's album, buy Mikrodose. It's available right now. You should probably still have cassettes.
I do. I haven't mailed as many cassettes as I have the vinyl because I haven't promoted the cassettes as hard. But it's all there. So, everything that you purchase helps support and build the things that I'm building for the future as it relates to my creativity and artistry. So thank you guys so much. And thank you, Tanner.
Yeah, man.
I can't wait till you, once you talked about making a 7-layer, like a dip or something. What was it?
I don't remember.
You was trying to. You mentioned it a couple times in your stand-up. He's like, you had a patent for like a 7-layer burrito.
Oh, the 3-course burrito.
The 3-course burrito. Like I would be a financer in that. You know what I'm saying? Because I got your back the same way you got mine, man. Find a friend like Tanner, y'all. I hope you have, friends like us in your life that support your ideas and dreams as we go into this 48-hour Friday. So thank you.
All right, guys, that's about all our time. Mikrodose is available right now. You can stream it everywhere. You can also buy some hard copies and support it directly. Go do that. 48-hour Friday. Have a great weekend, guys.
Yeah, see you guys at the movies or something. And don't end up on Whose Cousin Is This? We'll see you on Monday, y'all. Peace.
Bye. Yeah.